Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is the second news on today's newspaper. Licenses of 50 pilots cancelled after scrutiny hold doors. IHC urged to hold proceedings on a pilot's petition by Malik Assad. Islamabad, the federal government has informed the Islamabad High Court (IHC) that to meet the requirements of the International Civil Aviation Organizations, the authorities have reviewed licenses of all 860 commercial pilots and after a through scrutiny cancelled only 50 of them. The pilots were working for the national flag carrier as well as other Pakistani private and foreign airlines, said a report filed by Additional Attorney General Tariq Mahmood Khokhar in response to a petition filed by pilot Syed Saklan Haider, whose credentials have been found to be fake. According to the report, Federal Investigation Agency (FIA) has been given the task to proceed against the pilots who managed to get licenses through unfair means. Giving the background, the report said that the Additional Director General of the Civil Aviation Authority (CAA) on January 25, 2019 requested the Aviation Secretary for constitution of a board of inquiry to investigate the malpractice commission observed during the process conduct of examination for licenses of pilots. Subsequently, a board of inquiry was constituted, and its report concluded that, as per the computer data forensic evidence, licenses of 262 pilots were based on fake examinations. On June 26, 2020, the CAA grounded the 262 pilots and suspended their licenses for verification. The names of 262 pilots were made public to avoid any negative impression about other pilots, including those working outside Pakistan. On June 30, the European Union Aviation Safety Agency suspended PIA flights to and over Europe for 6 months. Such suspensions are lifted only after a satisfactory on-site or remote audit. The report said that the process of verification of 259 licenses had been completed. After due process on July 6, a summary for cancellation of licenses of 20 pilots was submitted to the federal cabinet, which approved to the next day. The petitioner's name has been included in the list of the 28 pilots at serial number 16. Via a complaint dated July 24, the authority requested the FIA to conduct an inquiry against the suspected CAA officials, persons, and pilots involved in the issuance of dubious licenses, including the petitioner. The FIA inquiry is still in progress. On September 11, another summary for cancellation of licenses of 22 other pilots was submitted to the cabinet, which approved it on 15. According to the report, the International Civil Aviation Organization, the United Nations agency which oversees safety of international aviation industry, in a letter dated September 18, recommended review of all existing licenses. As a result, licenses of 860 active pilots were reviewed, of which 262 were deemed suspect and suspended. However, after verification of 172 licenses were cleared and 50 including the petitioner's license, failed verification and were cancelled with the approval of the cabinet. The report said that licenses of two other pilots were cancelled prior to the inquiry into the matter. Licenses of 32 others pilots also failed verification and currently remain suspended. Three pilots had died before the inquiry was conducted. Verification of licenses of the remaining three pilots is still under process. Referring to a case pending before the Apex Court, the report said that in Sumodo case number 1 of 2020, COVID-19 case, the Supreme Court, by its orders dated July 25, July 21, June 25, July 21, and December 14, was broadly adjudicating upon the same issues which had been raised before the IHC in the instant petition. The report requested the IHC to put on hold the proceedings of the petition till the final adjudication of the Sumoto case by the apex court. It argued that since the FIA inquiry was in progress in the matter, the implication was that there was prima facie a criminal case against the petitioner, and therefore it was premature for him to invoke Article 199 of the Constitution to seek relief. The report feared that any adverse order at this stage would have far-reaching consequences for Pakistan's aviation sector and airlines, as well as the pilots who had been issued licenses by the CAA. A large number of pilots of Pakistan region were presently working for foreign airlines, it added. So this was the report, and we come to end of this news. So please check those.